Your team's under pressure, but you don't have to wait for everything to fall apart. Here's how to spot the warning signs before it's too late and how to turn things around. We've all been there, a team under pressure, deadlines piling up, and everyone's starting to crack. Maybe you've noticed the tension in the air, a drop in performance, or even the energy beginning to drain from your team. What started as a high-performing group now feels like a pressure cooker. Sound familiar? It's because stress can sneak up on even the best teams, and when it's left unchecked, it can lead to burnout, disengagement, and poor results. But what if you could turn it around before it gets to that point? The key is recognizing the warning signs early and taking action. In fact, some of the most successful teams know how to spot the signs of stress before they blow up, and they know how to act. Here's the truth. Pressure is inevitable, but how your team handles it can make all the difference. So, let's dive into 9 hidden warning signs that your team might be cracking under pressure and how you can turn things around. But first, let's start with a quick story. Imagine a bridge under heavy load. At first, it handles the pressure just fine. But then, over time, the strain builds up, small cracks begin to form. Before long, those cracks can turn into bigger issues and the bridge might even collapse. That's what happens when pressure builds up upon a team. Small signs of stress eventually become a bigger problem. Here's what to look out for and what you can do about it. Warning number 1. Communication breakdown. When the pressure is on, communication starts to falter. Team members may stop sharing updates, misunderstandings increase, and information is lost in the shuffle. If you are noticing more radio silence or confusion, this is a red flag. To fix it, re-establish open communication channels. Encourage team members to check in regularly, share updates, and make sure everyone is on the same page. Warning number 2. Decreased collaboration. Under pressure, people often retreat into their own silos. They become more focused on just getting through their tasks and less inclined to collaborate. If your team is working in isolation, it's time to bring them back together. Schedule regular brainstorming sessions or problem-solving meetings to spark collaboration and create a sense of a shared purpose. Warning number 3. Burnout starting to show. Burnout doesn't always announce itself right away, but when it does, it's often accompanied by signs of fatigue, irritability, and disengagement. If people seem drained or unenthusiastic, it could mean that they've reached their limit. To combat this, check in on team well-being, encourage breaks, and reassess workloads. Offer support and make sure your team knows it's okay to take a step back when needed. Warning number 4. Decision fatigue. When there are too many decisions to make and too little time, decision fatigue sets in. Team members may struggle to make even simple choices, leading to procrastination or poor decision making. The solution? Simplify decision-making processes. Empower your team to make decisions quickly and provide clear guidelines to help them navigate tough calls. Warning number 5. Increased tension and conflict. Stress brings underlying tensions to the surface. Small disagreements turn into larger conflicts and suddenly the team dynamic is disrupted. If you notice more conflicts or passive-aggressive behavior, it's time to intervene. Create a safe space for open discussions, facilitate conflict resolution, and promote empathy to restore harmony within the team. Warning number 6. Diminished accountability. Pressure can cause people to drop the ball. Tasks slip through the cracks and deadlines get missed. If your team is lacking accountability, it's time to tighten up the expectations. Set clear roles and responsibilities, regularly track progress, and ensure that everyone is held accountable for their part in the project. Warning number 7. Decline in quality of work. When the pressure's on, it's easy to cut corners. If the quality of work is slipping, this is a huge red flag. Focus on getting the team back to a place where attention to detail is a priority. Set clear expectations for quality, offer support, and make sure everyone has the resources they need to do their best work. Warning number 8. Loss of motivation and engagement. A demotivated team is a major sign that pressure is starting to take its toll. When people stop caring about their work or seem disengaged, it's time to act. Reconnect your team to the bigger mission, recognize individual contributions, celebrate successes, and encourage ownership of projects to reignite that spark. Warning number 9. Loss of creativity and innovation. Stress can stifle creativity, turning a dynamic team into a reactive one. If your team isn't coming up with new ideas or approaches, it's a sign that pressure is affecting their ability to think outside the box. Encourage brainstorming sessions, give your team room to experiment, and remind them that innovation thrives when there's space to breathe. How to turn it around? Now that you've recognized the signs, Here's how to turn things around and get your team back on track. Reprioritize and simplify. When under pressure, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Help your team focus on the highest priority tasks, eliminate unnecessary distractions, and streamline processes to create more space for meaningful work. Foster a supportive environment. Make sure your team knows they are not alone. Offer support, provide mentorship, and create an environment where people feel comfortable asking for help when they need it. Encourage downtime and recovery. Don't wait for burnout to set in. Actively encourage breaks and time away from work. Encourage physical activities, hobbies, or even just quiet time to recharge. Offer autonomy and empowerment. When people are trusted to make decisions, they feel more in control and less stressed. Empower your team by giving them the freedom to take ownership of their work and the flexibility to make decisions when needed. Keep communication open. Make sure there's always a space for people to voice their concerns, share updates, and communicate openly. This keeps everyone aligned and minimizes misunderstandings. For a moment of real talk. Teams that handle pressure well are the ones who spot the warning signs early and take proactive steps to turn things around. By acting quickly and effectively, you can prevent the pressure from breaking your team and instead use it as an opportunity to strengthen your performance. So, ask yourself, is my team cracking under pressure, or are we responding with resilience? Because one leads to burnout while the other fuels success. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and check the comment section for free PDFs on leadership, high performance and personal development. Thank you for watching.